Hey guys, Mike Full-Nevers here. You're watching On Deck with Tyler Redmond.
Welcome to On Deck. I'm Tyler Redmond. As always, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell for notifications so that you can be up to date with everything going on in Braves baseball and really baseball altogether. You know, I've talked a lot about MLB as a whole lately with everything going on with coronavirus, everything going on with all these debates about money. So if you want to see any of those videos, go check them out. I don't want to talk about it anymore, but you're welcome to go check them out. Baseball's back. That's the important thing today. So 60-game season, rules have changed. National League now has a DH. Extra innings, there's going to be a man on second to start off every single one. So, where does that leave the Atlanta Braves? Basically, the Braves have to get off to a hot start. Any team in Major League Baseball, if they want to win, has to get off to a hot start. Because 60 games, every game matters. I mean, you look at any other sport, you know, football, it's almost to that level. Every game matters. If you get 5 games back in your division this year, I don't know how you recover from that. So, if the Braves want to win, they got to get off to a hot start. I think they are really motivated. If you follow any of the Braves on social media, you know that. So, I really hope that they perform really well. Could somebody do 2020 this year? You know, the stats are going to be astronomically different. 20 home runs is going to be a feat in itself. But at the same time, there's less time for slumps. So, you know, anything can happen. Could somebody hit over 400? Does that hold the same weight? Probably not. As a matter of fact, definitely not. But somebody could hit over 400. At the end of the day, that's in the record books. You know, Tony Gwynn's credited for having a 394 batting average of 94. You know, and a lot of people, just to build off that for a second, a lot of people have questioned the legitimacy of this year. And I wanted to respond. I didn't really know how to word it the way I wanted to, but Tom Glavine worded it in a way that I really liked, and that's exactly the way I feel about it. Teams have to play with the cards they're dealt. I don't look at that as illegitimate. I look at it as a shortened season. You know, and I think Glavine pretty much said it that way. Every team knows the rules. Every team has to play the same amount of games, and they have to win more than the other. At the end of the day, it's a World Series championship. Does it hold as much weight as some of the others in the past few years? That's up for debate, but I'm not here for that. At the end of the day, we're going to see who's the best, you know, in these circumstances. So, with that said, you know, can the Braves be the best in those circumstances? If they play like they can, you know, who knows? But at the same time, they have a lot to figure out. They have to figure out who's going to be their DH. If it's multiple guys, you know, so be it. A lot of people on Twitter have looked at Austin Riley. Grant McCauley shared a post the other day with a lineup, had Austin Riley against right-handed pitchers at the DH position. But I think the more important thing to focus here for a second is 60 games enough to figure out who's the new third baseman? Is it Johan or is it Austin? Maybe 60 games figures that out for the Braves. You know, maybe they find out who they want to trade. You know, the trade deadline is only a month in the season this year in August. You know, I'm not saying they're going to trade Austin or Johan by any means, but that's a lot shorter amount of time to figure out what you need or what you don't need than it is typically in other seasons. So, you know, teams might not come off as much this year, you know, if they don't know really what they got and what they don't. But I think 60 games is going to, you know, show you a lot about what the Braves could be in the future. I think, you know, who knows? You know, the Braves could walk away with the World Series champion. They could walk away in last place in 60 games. I mean, who really knows? With that said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the videos I'm planning to do. I'm going to do a video highlighting who could be the DH. Could it be Austin? Could it be Marcell Ozuna? Could it be Nick Markakis? Could it be Charlie Culberson at times? You know, who could be the Braves DH? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I highly doubt that Major League Baseball is going to backtrack on the DH. I think it's here to stay in the National League. And I know a lot of fans are going to be upset about that. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I also think that the runner on second's more than likely here to stay. These are just, to me, more than likely, they're just the first of many changes. I think once the technology's there, look for an electronic strike zone. I think the game is evolving in some good ways, some bad ways. But look for more things to change, expect it, accept it, and you know, at the end of the day, it's still baseball. It's the game we love. But with all these different circumstances this year, I hope that you're still interested. I think that, it might be a blessing in disguise. And hear me out for a second. It may be a blessing in disguise because I think it could appeal to a larger audience. You all have those friends when they ask you why you like baseball, you tell them, and then they go, well, it's just so long of a season. There's so many games, I might look at it on my phone and look at the score at the end of the day, but I don't want to sit here and watch every game. 162 games, 9 innings every time, plus more. Not everybody's into that. I certainly am. You probably are if you're watching this. But I guarantee you have that friend. Now you can look at that friend and say, hey, there's 60 games. Every game matters. That's why so many people like football now. Right? Every game matters. Whether that be college or NFL, every game's going to matter. So with that said, I think it could be a blessing in disguise. I think that's why MLB owners have been pushing for this kind of thing. Maybe not reduction in games, but reduction in the length of games. And again, as a traditionalist, I don't like it. But as somebody that wants baseball to be here for a long time and for it to grow, and little kids don't like watching 13-inning games, nothing. They don't view that as a good game, as an exciting game. Let me backtrack there, as an exciting game. So I think that this could be good for baseball in that regard. Do I like it? No, but that's just me. So let me know what you think about everything going on in the comments section. As always, make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date with everything going on in Braves baseball and baseball as a whole. And as always, I'll see you next time on deck.